Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Cam Christo and this is our Man the Guns as Japan campaign. The German Civil War is ongoing and our volunteers have arrived. We are just here for the for the land XP of course, but that doesn't mean we aren't going to give it our all. If we can make Germany win, you know, that will help us. That would mean we can join their faction right now. We could, that would really help. That would mean we could rely on Britain and France being far more weakened by the presence of a strong Germany. So let's just full frontal here. See if we can turn the tide. We've got big, thick divisions. These guys are 24 width, so they're going to really pack a punch. What could we be doing right now? Right, so we could prioritize stuff and service rivalry. Well, I will definitely prioritize steel for ships to begin with, I think. Is that right? I mean, getting those 4 dockyards seems really valuable. Are dockyards actually more expensive than... No, so mills... Sorry about the sirens. Mills are more expensive. But I really want that steel for ships. Yeah, bring it on. Nice. Extra 4 dockyards is going to go a long way to helping us bang out all of these ships here. Just one of those for now. We might want more later. And we do have some steel deficits already. Wow. I mean, that's what we get for prioritizing it into ships, apparently. Where can we can industrialize a bit in Korea to get some more steel going. Could be worth it. The London Naval Conference is timing out, but that's okay. I am quite happy to remain a signatory to the London Naval Treaties. Pushes here. Looks like they're going fairly well. Getting a little bit of army experience out of it. Very, very nice. I think the first thing I'm going to do with my army experience is I'm going to reduce the size of my garrison divisions so they're 10 widths. Obviously want to get that 10, 20, 40 multiple stuff going. Nice. An overrun, no less. Keep on keeping on. We've got these regular troops, so they're going to do good work. By the way, would you like air volunteers? Shockingly enough, they would. I think I've moved all my planes to Kanto now. What are these? Are those are naval bombers probably, right? No, they're fighters and close air support. Okay. How many can I send? 180. I think we'll go with close air support. 181, I think it said. Yeah. Why can I send less here? Alright, that's how many there are there already. Okay. You guys, we don't have an ace. Get over here. Let's see what we can do. Oh, that's interesting. New, less opaque air map mode. That's interesting. Alright, you guys just sign out like this. Let's try and push in here. So Hanover's fallen. I think we might be able to make the Reich win this civil war. Should be interesting. It would certainly help our situation in Europe if Germany were to be victorious here. Because yeah, it would seriously weaken the British position, and it would mean we might be able to claim Indochina without a fight, which I would very much like. Let's not. We shouldn't be building these when we have a huge infantry equipment deficit. Well, it's not that huge anymore, but still. Obviously, the German volunteers should receive maximum reinforcement. The generals are now in position. Could they do with anything? No, he doesn't really have anything to give. Excellent. Remember now, it's not long enduring fights you want for generals XP. It's quick, decisive victories that grant the highest amount with a very heavily skewed casualty ratio. So if you take far less casualties than the enemy does, you get more XP out of it, which is pretty good. Germany, I'm not sure you need to have this many men defending like the fallback. The enemy is at your door. Keep on pushing. Yeah, I think we're going to win this. Like, we're just decisively crushing through wherever we do. And it looks like Germany, honestly, is doing pretty well all along the line. I know this patch does buff the Reich in the situation of a civil war. So that may be part of why. You guys, let's give me... Oh, I sent the fighters. Oh, well, that's fine. And you can have one more. Give me some good old air superiority. Should give me some air experience. Oh, no, they're not fighting us in the north. Well, in that case, I will send my planes to the south because I need to actually be in combat to get the air experience. There we go. Air experience rolling in. That's what I like to see. I think if we push up to Bremen, then we could drive them out of a kind of Kiel pocket situation. Seems good to me. We have signed the second London Naval Treaty, and we still have the option to cheat on the treaties. Good. Very good. Yes, this combat in the south is giving us plenty of naval air experience and using up our oil, so we're not capped out and wasting any. Good. I think actually maybe it's worth spending some oil on some big... Let's operate some huge naval exercises. It's going to use a vast quantity of my oil. Sorry, my fuel. But it will also give us a lot of Navy experience. Even the reserve. The reserve can only exercise if it's not a reserve, but that's okay. Let's use a bunch of fuel. It'll take us a while to get this back, but we're not going to be at war for a while anyway. And we need the naval experience just to make tweaks to our new heavy ships. Free dockyards. All right, they finished plowing through that long list of production. Of things to produce. We are so short on steel. Ow. That really hurts. My goodness me. Well, what can I do about that? We are up to date on our infantry equipment deficit, looks like. So let's start producing some more men. I don't suppose I have any immediate prospecting for steel. No. Good lord, that's painful. I suppose we'll just have to import until we like conquer China. China's not gonna have much steel. Well, ho hum. First off, let's decide what we want to be producing. I would very much like to design some new subs. So yes, a basic anti-convoy sub. Does it even need better torpedo tubes? They're not that much more expensive, so we should. So this is a raiding sub, yeah, which gives it the skull symbol for convoy raiding. This is a 36 hull raiding sub. And we could put more torpedoes on it, or mines, but I don't really see the need. It's quite a significant cost increase to put more torpedo tubes in. And if they're only attacking convoys, they don't really need them. Let's go with that. This is the 36 raiding submarine. Yes, please. I will take lots of those, please. And just pour them into the reserve. Other things we really need. So we've currently got... Well, we're out of naval XP now, so I guess we don't design anything else for a while. But yeah, just build some raiding subs. We will also want some... I think we need to go resource gain pretty soon. 44 days until that's done. Could also go... Well, we'll do that later, but not right now. I think we are going to go concentrated industry, for sure. I'm hopeful that we can keep American bombers out of range of our glorious home islands. So I'll go with that straight away. Looks like a counter-offensive here is going to be highly effective. After they've worn themselves out. Launch. Yeah, that's going to win. Almost for sure. We filled out all our dockyards again. Now we're just building these. But the freaking steel, man. I don't have the civilians to import more steel. But I have to, don't I? Oh, right, yeah, Manchukuo has steel. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay, we can import from Manchukuo at incredibly low expense. It's going to meet the need of our Soryu. I'm sorry, I don't know. our carrier, anyway. He's going to be really helped by that steel influx. We could also import... From the who would we want back? The Soviets, maybe? 4 factories. I'm going to do it. Because my navy is everything to me in this campaign. Let's keep moving up here. You guys can move in to fill the gap. Good. Good. Don't move out of this area. They can cover our back. That should be fine. You go there. You stay there. We're going to close up this pocket. Got a bunch more army XP from this. So we do have some spare... No, we don't have any spare support equipment right now, actually. You guys, can I put some more in? I can. One more plane. Need that XP, so we're going to really scrape the barrel when it comes to this stuff. Good. Push through into Bremen. Oh, that's going to be an easy fight, so let's be involved in it for the XP. Nice, another good easy fight, defending there. Purging the faction is completed. So the Lisbon Conference gives us more planning skill. We can get some more civ factories. Ooh, that seems good. That seems very good. And war economy seems like we should do that early. Yeah, fine. Let's work on our economy and then work on China. Giving us a second to get some army experience and mobilize a few more troops is good. We're getting stronger faster than China is. Yeah, getting to war economy early is extremely valuable. We might even want to do spiritual mobilization soon. Oh gosh, almost got pocketed there. Drive them back across that river. Good. Yeah, I think the Germans are definitely going to stick with Hitler, it looks like. I don't know what this is going to do to their political tree. Yeah, no, it just kills their entire political tree. So Europe is... I don't know what the heck's going to happen in Europe with the Germans without a political focus tree. It's going to be a strange time to be a European. So now we can test the Soviets, and I will do that immediately. When it removes, we have window of opportunity and escalate the incident, which is going to be interesting to see what this will mean. I think you fight everyone in this region, so hopefully this will be enough. They've got full planning bonus and everything. I think it's everyone in North Korea fights everyone in the Vladivostok state, but we will see. We will see. I haven't had much experience with border conflicts, I must confess. So this free army experience, I think I will start building the 40s. It seems logical. But obviously I wanted to put them as a separate thing so we don't muck up our existing troops. And the new ones we're training should be 40s. Let's get them actually trained. Good. Okay. Continue. Oh yeah, drive them out of the pocket. Absolutely. Always good XP to be had closing pockets. So resources is still just that. We don't have any naval fighters. Is that true? Why aren't you CVs? You should be in this battle group. How do I see the air wing? I know there's a button. Yeah, there we go. So we do have some carrier close air support and carrier fighters. We just don't have any new production of them. Okay, we should change that. Carrier fighters and... I think carrier naval bombers are actually better earlier in the game. Oh, it might have changed now, of course. It was because their naval targeting was so much better. Which, yeah, it looks like is no longer the case. Oh, no, it is slightly better. I think we'll still go with carrier naval bombers because we have some special bonuses to them. That is the carrier naval bomber. Good. So we'll take one of these factories, put it on there. Good. Okay, pocket closed there, but we don't need to actually be involved in finishing closing the pocket. That's a nice easy fight. Good. Got some air experience now. Could buff these carrier fighters. No, I think what I'll do is I'll buff the carrier naval bombers a bit. Because we're about to, well, not about to, but relatively soon we will upgrade our old carrier fighters to the 36 variant. Updated stuff in production. What? Oh right, yeah, the Myogi class. It's fine. That should be okay. Right. Let's get involved in actually driving these guys out then. More army XP. Might as well keep spending it. Will we put line artillery in our 40 units? Probably, because we don't have the oil to run a big army of tanks, so we're going to need to use, much as I dislike the idea, we're going to need to use our infantry as breakthrough units. So we'll see. They're going to pick their political direction. If they go right with Czech fascism, it'll be interesting if they're going to go to war with Poland and Hungary. He's doing Rome protocols. So he's going to guarantee Austria and try and ally with Italy. Fun. What's Romania up to? They have gone Balkan dominance, but they haven't done any of the stuff below it yet. Poland, you're supposed to be going fascist. Haven't picked any of the the political focuses yet. Fair enough. Fair enough. It is still early days after all. Also making the Zhao class. What's that? Right, the old converted cruiser carrier. How many air wings can that hold? Only 40 planes. It's not very good. Well, it's not bad. Oh, nice. Great victory there. Pushing all the way through. I should probably help them hold this beachhead. Sorry, bridgehead. I don't want them to... oh, I should leave someone behind here defensively. Maybe. You can support attack. So what's the next step? Oh god, we're almost out of fuel. There's the 1936 destroyers. Wow, look how much naval experience we got off all of that that exercising. I thought it would be worth it. Magnetic detonators. I think we have really good torpedoes, so we should maybe work on that. But I'm just so tempted to get like ahead of time fuel. Oh, right, yeah. Resource gain, I think, is just vital for us. I think I'm going to stick with Grand Battle Plan. Kind of just for the... I think it'll be fun. We're going to need logistics companies because they reduce fuel usage. We're going to need a lot of things. Let's get the breakthrough first. Event decisions timeout. Right, the window of opportunity is open. Let's see what we can do. So, window of opportunity. Let's take a look at this. If we want to use the incident of the Soviet border to Korea, we must strike quickly. Okay, so we do this, which begins... Start a border war. Yeah, okay, so border war starts. It selects some men, not all of them. And they grabbed a random general. Oh, I really wish they hadn't done that. Okay, and it's... Looks like we're going to crush them. And what can we do now? So we can escalate the conflict. Oh god, in 60 days activate declare war. Yeah, I'd rather not do that. But that's only if we haven't won by the time the border conflict ends. So they're rushing in reinforcements, including some tanks. Could be a problem, but our tanks are already on the front line, and they're going to have to reinforce in. I think all we can do now is hope, but maybe... Oh, I don't know, actually. Can we deploy planes? Or from here? Like, let's see. I don't know if this will work, because we're not at war. What are you? You're close air support. You should be able to... Close air support. Ah, but they're not in range. Yeah, fair enough, honestly. I have no idea if the planes will actually be able to help. We do still have numbers. I could force attack with these guys. No, I can't. Can't do that. Well, we've punched through one of their divisions. I don't know if they're able to endlessly cycle in new divisions. If they are, you know, I don't see how we would ever win. Well, losing still isn't the worst thing in the world because we get experience out of it either way. All right, our fuel is almost done, so let's cease those naval operations. Excuse me, I said cease. Seems I have to do it on each one for some of these. Fair enough. Okay, where do we want these factories to go? Well, honestly, I want to go whatever's cheapest for steel. Just get me more guns for now. Alright, so this new destroyer hull. We're going to want to build our old destroyer classes. We'll also, I suppose, need some minesweepers. I don't think I want any more mine-laying early destroyers. I think they're not necessary. Neither will these ones be. Or the early cruisers, because we can design a new one of those now as well. Okay, so new destroyers. We want... First off, I want a just a ship of the line kind of thing. It's going to have some rapid-fire light guns. It's going to have some anti-submarine warfare. It's going to have some good torpedoes, lots of guns, anti-air, decent fire control, no sonar. We need to invent some sonar, and a decent engine. Well, actually, if it's a ship of the line, does it really need sonar? Does it really need engine 2 even, I mean? Maybe we should just give them a light engine, because they don't need to go that fast if they're in main battle fleets. Yeah, so this is a... yeah, that's good. This is one that we're going to use in combat. So this is a 36 screen. It's a screen destroyer. That gets that symbol. It's a shield, yeah. Then the next one, duplicate it, needs... We want an anti-sub destroyer, which doesn't need good guns. So we can make it cheaper to produce that way. It doesn't need good torpedoes. In fact, it doesn't need any torpedoes. It does, I think, need better engines so it can find the enemy. And really, ideally, we'll really want to have sonar on. So I don't think we'll actually build any of these until we get some sonar technology invented. This is anti-submarine warfare. So you should get the crabs, I've decided, are my sub-hunting fleets. You don't really need a fire control system either. Just make it very, very cheap. Does it even need any anti-air? No, not really. Can't not have a light battery. Yeah, so these guys are super, super cheap. Not as cheap as my my super cheap raiders, obviously, because their subs are smaller, but still, pretty good. Why is that showing at the top of the list? Shouldn't that be down here? Yeah, good. So we got the screens, the anti-submarine warfare, and then we want the mine layers. So mine laying and mine laying. And they need... Well, actually, no, sorry. We're not going to go with mine laying destroyers. We will want some mine sweeping destroyers. But I don't know how much the AI is going to mine, so I don't know if we'll get much use out of these. Mine sweepers don't need good engines. They don't need anything, really, except just some mine sweepers. This is a sweeper. Yeah. Did I duplicate or not? Let's not risk it. Duplicate. A 96 Weeper. Should we even use a 96 destroyer hull for this? No, we shouldn't really, should we? We should be using a an early destroyer hull. Because why not, right? It's just as expensive. I'm sorry, it's less expensive, but will do the same job. I don't think I have anyone with a mine sweeping rail, or whatever it's called, on them just yet. So we'll just build it from the early destroyer one. Mine sweeping gear. Mine sweeping gear. They don't even need guns. Yes, this is a an early sweeper. Can't save because it lacks one or more required modules. Which I guess is a gun. Yeah, so you do have to have a small gun. Fine. Okay, there we go. So we've got our... Where's it gone? Do I have to manually commission it? Because the one it was designed from was decommissioned? Let's simplify this list. Just operate from destroyers. Early sweeper. Yeah, recommission that. Okay, so we've got the early sweeper, the screen, the anti-submarine warfare. I think those are the only three... we need? No, that's not true. I need a scout. So, based on the screen, basically the only difference is going to be better engine. When we can get better anti-air, I will want it. I think the only difference is the better engine. Is it worth producing different types for the screen and the scout? Yeah, why not? I didn't duplicate, I don't think. Duplicate. This is a 36 Scout. And they have the better engines. It's worth it because we want the ship of the line ones to use less fuel. 36 Scout, better engine. Good. And the Scout needs to be one of these. Okay, looks good. The Sweeper should also be one of these. Good. Okay, that's destroyers handled. Next up. Probably battleships we should handle. Well, we don't need to handle that until 37 if we only want to have one being produced in parallel. We need a carrier design. This is our current carrier design. That's actually about as good as it can get right now, unless we want to put a better engine on it. Quite significant fuel increase. But, you know, we want... Well, I mean, the main battle fleet moves at the speed of the slowest ship, right? So we don't really need these carriers. Plus, the carriers don't need to enter combat, so we don't need it for that. Do we want to put any deck armor on instead of deck space? I think no. So I think the Soyuz actually are fine. I am going to rename them because I can't say this. This is a 36 deck-focused carrier. Now, heavy ships. Currently, we've got these guys, the Nagato. We might want to cheat before we design our next heavy ship. Yes, let's not worry about that right now. Battle cruisers, that's what we're currently making. Don't need to worry about that. Right, heavy cruisers. These, I think, are going to be... We're going to make quite a few of these. So we can have, you know, capital ships, but relatively light capital ships operating in multiple different regions. We're going to need quite a few strike forces based on powerful heavy cruisers. So these guys are too expensive. So let's not worry about that until we cheat. Light cruisers. Now, these are going to be the bulk of our screen force, of course. So, which is the most expensive? This one. We'll operate on the assumption that they operate the best then. He's got a mine-sweeping rail. That's probably why he's more expensive. Is that why? No, these all just look like incremental improvements. With this guy being the best. Okay, so we'll work off this one. Stop showing outdated equipment. So, you want, yeah, an aircraft. That's why we want to have, right. That's why we want to have light cruisers in our spotting forces. Because we can give them these catapult aircraft so that they can find people for us. Yeah, okay. But the spotting, so this is going to be the 36 spotter, which is a cruiser. Doesn't need good torpedo rails or any of this stuff. Needs a good engine. Needs no mine laying. 2, maybe 3 of these. Yeah, to make it really good at finding stuff. It's going to have 3 catapult aircraft things, as well as a good engine. And we're going to put sonar on it, because it's going to want to find subs as well. Won't need a fire control system, which apparently I can't not have. Won't need anti-air. Won't need a medium battery. That's for sure. Okay, that's a... Is that not a heavy cruiser battery? No, that's one of the light cruiser batteries. Okay. Which of these is cheaper? We'll just give it the smallest of the small of batteries. This is a spotter. Doesn't need a secondary armament. Good. And you are a scout ship. Good. Now, showing outdated equipment again, let's build our ship of the line cruiser. Although we're only going to be able to afford some of it. So this is a 36 actual screen ship. Ship is a shield. Doesn't need mine laying. Needs some rapid fire guns. And so now here you're choosing between just what? Cheaper and... So these are more expensive, more damage. So we want the bigger guns. And we also want torpedo launchers. We don't need a better engine. Oh, though 26 is really slow. That might be the slowest ship in the fleet if we have them at 26. So I guess you do need a better engine. Some secondary batteries seem in order, and definitely some better armor, but we can't afford that right now. So for now, this is a work in progress, not a capital ship. Save it up. Okay, so don't show outdated equipment. Good, and he's a screen. And then what's the other cruiser we need? Do we need another cruiser? Not really. We might want to put some anti-submarine warfare on cruisers, but I think that's okay for now. Okay, good. So, we don't have any spare dockyards right now, so this is all kind of moot. But I don't want that many dockyards on raiding. Cool. Looks good. Well, I don't know what I can do, really, just because I'm so inexperienced about how border conflicts work. I don't know what I can do except pray, basically, that these guys win. I suppose if I knew it was going to be 5 divisions, I could have positioned it such that we had our very best 5 divisions and only our best 5 divisions in place to begin the conflict, but we'll see. What happens if no one wins? It just cancels in 72 days if no one wins. Okay. And escalating the conflict means you raise the combat width, which would probably be to our advantage. God, our men are breaking. No. I think we might be going to lose. These guys need to reinforce in. Okay, they did. But they're getting more and more reinforcements. Like, it seems they can cycle units, which just seems unfair, because I can't. At least I don't think I can. Let's try. Let's try cycling units. But yeah, I think we may lose, which is unfortunate. That gives them bonuses. We're using loads of fuel. Why? Ah, right, yeah, because our air is still fighting over Germany, of course. That's costing us quite a bit. But this air experience is really valuable right now, so I think, and it's going to be extremely hard to come by once the Civil War ends, so I think it's worth it. Okay, well, I'm going to call it a part there. We've got a load of lovely ships designed and ready to go now. We have, we can decommission that. We still want to design a new heavy ship class. So we want some actual battleships, not just battle cruisers. We're actually going to produce. Oh, did I make my 36 spotter out of the, and my 36 screen out of the freaking level 1 cruiser hull. I'm an idiot. Damn it. Damn it. That's a big waste of naval XP. Alright, well, decommission those. We'll fix them later. But the early sweepers, I think, are good. So, that's fine. The rest are good as well. You know, we've got these good scouts and things. Darn it. That was a huge waste of naval XP. Oh, well. What are you going to do? No point crying over spilt milk. Spilt fuel. Oh, well. No matter. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode, where we will finish the National Mobilization Law. Probably get the research slot as well, and then it'll be time for moving towards the Marco Polo Bridge incident and seeing what we can do to take out China. But until then, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.